What's up guys, it's Jaden, and today we're going to be reviewing the Logitech G Pro X Superlight. Now, ever since I've started playing video games on my PC, I've always used a wired gaming mouse, specifically the glorious Model O. But I finally decided to pick up my first wireless mouse. Now, you can pick up the Superlight at a hefty price of $150. It comes in two color options, black and white, and the color option that I'm going to be reviewing today is the black version. Now, the unboxing process is very simple and straightforward, and what you receive inside of the box is the mouse itself, a wireless receiver, a charging cable, which sadly is not USB Type-C, a receiver extension adapter, some grip tape, a cloth, and a replacement puck with PTFE feet, and some instructions. Let's take a look at the overall design and shape of this mouse. This mouse weighs in at 63 grams or 2.2 ounces. Its height is 125 millimeters, its width is 63.5 millimeters, and its depth is 40 millimeters. Now, the overall shape of the Superlight has a natural feel to it, and there's no point on the mouse where one side of the mouse feels heavier than another side of the mouse. Everything is evened out perfectly and well balanced. Now, depending on what style grip you play at, whether it be a palm grip or claw grip, this mouse is going to work perfectly for you. It doesn't have an uncomfortable hump in the middle, and it's not too flat where it feels like your hand just has nowhere to rest. It feels very natural. And when you're playing video games, it's almost like you can't even feel the mouse. Since this mouse is on the smaller end, if you're somebody with larger hands, you may want to put on the grip tape on this mouse. It'll help you grip the mouse a lot better, and your fingers won't just slide off the end of the mouse. Now, this mouse can reach up to a DPI of over 25,000, which is ridiculous, and I don't know why anybody would be ever playing at that DPI. But one thing that some people were saying that they didn't like about the Superlight was the fact that it didn't have a DPI switcher. And for me especially, I personally like that you can't change the DPI on this mouse, because on my old mouse, the glorious Model O, I would occasionally switch the DPI mid-game and it would completely throw off my aim. Now, I did go into the software and just set it so that it only sit at the DPI that I play at, but I kind of like the fact that you can't change the DPI on this mouse, and if you ever needed to change the DPI, you can always go into the software. It's not that big of a deal, but if you're somebody that really liked the fact that you could be switching in between DPIs on the mouse instead of going into the software, you might find this a little bit annoying. On the left-hand side of the mouse, you'll find two evenly spaced side buttons. They're perfectly laid out on this mouse, and you're not going to be accidentally clicking them both at the same time. You'll notice on this mouse that it has no RGB whatsoever, and it didn't really bother me, but I feel like it would have been nice to maybe add a little bit of RGB inside of this mouse. On the underside of this mouse, for the feet, it's PTFE. And you'll find some feet on the top portion, around the sensor, and at the bottom. A slight problem that I've encountered on the underside of this mouse is the fact that on the puck, I started to notice that a little bit of the feet has started to peel off. I don't know why this is. I've only had this mouse for a little over a week, and I hope that this doesn't continue. The feet on the underside of the mouse pad are really thin. I would have thought they would have been a lot thicker, but that doesn't really affect the glide on this mouse because it's amazing. Depending on what mouse pad you're using, it'll glide smoothly, whether it be a hybrid mouse pad, a cloth mouse pad, or whatever it may be. The sensor on this mouse is a Hero sensor, and if we go back up to the top portion of this mouse and take a look at the scroll wheel has a very natural feel to it, and it doesn't feel cheap. The mouse in general has a premium feel to it, from the shape to the clicks to the scroll wheels and the side buttons. Let's now talk about the charging and battery life of the Superlight. If there's one complaint I had when it comes to the charging experience of the Superlight, is that it does not use USB Type-C. If you look at a wireless mouse such as the glorious Model O wireless, this uses USB Type-C, and it charges significantly faster than the Superlight. I don't know why they didn't make any change from the G Pro wireless to the G Pro Superlight when it came to the charging experience, which is something I was a little frustrated to see and wish they would have changed. If you want to go about an easier way of charging the Superlight, you could spend an extra $20 and pick up a charging dock for the G Pro Superlight, kind of how the Viper Ultimate charges. I'll leave a link down below in the description. This is a super cool accessory you can buy with the Superlight, and essentially inside the box you'll find the charging dock and a replacement puck. All you simply have to do is put the replacement puck that comes with the dock in the mouse, and whenever you want to charge it, you just set the mouse and it magnetically sticks to the dock. Do keep in mind, if you plan to keep the charging puck inside of the Superlight, it will add an additional 10 grams. If you have an extra $20, this makes the charging experience of the Superlight so much better. But it's one thing I wish they would have just added with the mouse. As for battery life, Logitech claims up to 70 hours, but ever since I unboxed this mouse, charged it fully, I have not needed to charge it since I've been using it, which has been over a week and a half. and I think it's only sitting at around 68% right now. The battery life on this mouse is insane, and I'm very impressed. The software Logitech uses is their G Hub software, and this is perfect if you want to go in and maybe reprogram some of the keys or adjust your DPI. It's very simple and straightforward. Let's now talk about my overall thoughts and opinions of the Logitech G Pro X Superlight. When it comes to the design and shape of this mouse, it has a natural feel to it that is unmatched. The side buttons are evenly placed out, the clicks have a premium feel to it, and the scroll wheel just doesn't feel cheap, which I love. The one thing I just didn't like about the Superlight was the overall charging experience, and if you want to simulate something kind of like the Viper Ultimate, you can spend an extra $20 on the charging dock, or you can just charge it with the cord that came with the mouse. I hope you guys did go on to enjoy this video, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or questions about anything I talk about in this video, make sure you drop them down below. I try to reply to all comments as much as possible. In addition, I do stream over on Twitch, so if you'd like to come and drop by, the link to that will be down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peek to see. Oh! Clip it, baby!